All right, it's the Rundown Monday, January 10th, brought to you by New Amsterdam Vodka. You guys know New Amsterdam Vodka by now. I would hope it was born from an uncompromising passion for great vodka. Their commitment to excellence enabled New Amsterdam to produce vodka of superb taste and unparalleled smoothness. New Amsterdam is a premium 80 proof made from some of the finest quality grains in America's heartland. It's 5-time distilled for unparalleled smoothness and filtered 3 times for a clean and crisp finish. New Amsterdam vodka is slightly sweet on the palate. It's smooth enough to drink on the rocks, and it mixes well with juice and soda. You can make it a classic New Amsterdam mule. You can even take it as a shot. I'm not a guy that can really take shots of alcohol.
Yeah, but it's so smooth.
This one I can do.
So do it.
I
mean, you just said all of that about it.
I do this when I'm having a good time.
You just said all of that high praise. None of that was in the coffee.
It says... No, it says...
You just agreed that it's that smooth.
Brand do's and don'ts, no chugging product.
A shot isn't a chug.
For me, it would be a chug.
Take a swig.
Look, I love it, but it's a Monday. I'm a professional. At the end of the day, I'm a professional. Tommy loves to party. He loves to, work hard, too. And New Amsterdam Vodka, when I want to party, it's the official drink of me. It's the official drink of Barstool. I just dubbed it the official drink of me. I don't know if I have the power to do that, but it's also the official vodka of Barstool Sports. So go get it at your local liquor store, Pink Whitney, all that good stuff. We start in the NFL, Week 18.
Yeah.
Playoffs all set now. I think we got to start last night, Sunday Night Football, Raiders, Chargers. Maybe the best NFL game I've seen in a very, very long time.
That was the most nervous I've ever been watching a game
as
a Steelers
fan.
Yeah. I was dead set as soon as it went to overtime. It was going to be a tie.
I thought that they was actually going to be fixed, especially when Mike Williams caught that pass, looked over his shoulder, and slowed down.
Yeah.
It
would be tough to fix.
I mean, going into it, there was, are they going to do the kneel-down game? Because if both teams tied, they both would have been in. Steelers out. If they play winner in, loser out.
I think the Raiders were ready to go for a tie, and then the Chargers called timeout, and they said, you know what?
So, Brandon Staley's an idiot. First of all, going for it on 4th and 1 on his own 18.
That's what he does.
Yeah, but you're not on your own 18-yard line. I'm not the biggest analytics
maybe
guy.
He doesn't have the look of a risk taker, does he?
No, he doesn't.
Kind of looks like if you...
Yep.
This is the demeanor.
Yeah. No, he looks like he's like a mathematician.
Yes,
and that's how he coaches, which, I mean, they did win 9 games, but I think at some point, common sense has to prevail over the numbers.
Well, the thing is, I picked the Chargers last night, and the Chargers basically look at my pick, and they decide if I pick them to win, they're going to lose, and if I pick them to lose, they're going to win. I think I went 4-13 in Charger games this year on my picks blog, and also the Chargers. And it's like about 10 years running that the Chargers, no matter what I do, I can't get them right.
I'm that way with the Colts.
The Fleming curse is over.
Well, let's save that for post show. We'll have to talk about Flores, and then you want to talk about we'll talk about hashtag the shot.
I think so.
In post show. But no, for more of that game, I thought the 2-minute drive by the Chargers.
Yeah.
At the end of the game I think it was 19 plays, and it took up 2 minutes of game clock. It was every incompletion, 4th down completion. Justin Herbert.
It was an excruciating game. I mean, I couldn't imagine being a Steelers fan watching that game.
It was brutal. It was hard. But I'm glad the Steelers get to play the Chiefs. That'll be awesome.
And speaking of Steelers fans, Jersey Jerry was live
Watching.
streaming.
I was tuned in.
They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. You pussy-ass bitch, Carr. You pussy-ass bitch! They don't give a fuck, man. Send them home. Send them home. Send him home. Carlson, this guy has been so good all year. He's been so good. So good he's been. There you go, Derek. I'm sorry if I said what I said on the Pro Football Show. I'm sorry. You're a good guy. Yes. We did it.
And that was just excruciating. And the fact that just to think that game could have ended in a tie, and that would have been how Ben Roethlisberger's career ended, in a tie. I think if that game, and I think the NFL might have to examine this. If that game ended in a tie, there would have just been outrage and fury.
I think so.
And to me, I think the NFL needs to. Well, first off, they shortened the overtime from 15 minutes to 10 minutes. Now, having each side get the ball if someone kicks a field goal is a good thing. I actually think each side should at least get one possession period.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And secondly, I think that if a regular season game, don't do this in the postseason, if a regular season game is tied after a 15-minute overtime, then do what the college does. Two-point shootout.
I like that a lot.
And we'll have a result, no ties. There should never be a tie in the NFL.
I think it should be that from the start. I think overtime should be college similar where
No.
each team starts on their own 25.
No,
the field
I don't
position
like
in
that.
college is crazy. Each team
I don't
starts
like
on their own
that. I
25.
don't like that.
and matches
I don't
the
like
offense.
that.
We don't
All
like
right,
that.
fair. I
We don't
can't
like that
argue
at
with
all.
it.
I would
it's two
actually,
against
I
one.
would actually like the college rule better if they, if for the first two possessions, because then they switch that 2-minute shootout. But I think the first 2 possessions of overtime, instead of starting at the 25,
Yeah.
should start at the 50.
You know, yeah, whatever works.
Yeah, I think college they start. It's crazy how much they start in their own territory. I think if you had it, at their own 25, like it was a touchback or something. That
No,
would,
not their own 25, but they start at the 25 of the opposing team. I think that's too easy.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm saying they should start their own.
They should move it back, so it's a little bit harder.
Yeah. I mean the tie at the. So do you guys? What do you? The Brandon Staley timeout. So it's the end of overtime. There's 40 seconds left. The Raiders are just running the ball. They seem pretty content on tying.
Yeah.
I think they seemed pretty content on tying. It's 3rd and 4, 38 seconds left. Play clock's about to expire. So the Raiders had to run another play. That's not up for debate.
Yeah.
But to me, it seemed like the Raiders had the vibe of we're just going to keep running it and we're going to let the clock run out. Staley calls a timeout because he wants to reset his defense. He doesn't want to give up a play for a touchdown, obviously, to end it. They still give up a 10, 15-yard run to Josh Jacobs. They end up further in Chargers territory, make it a doable field goal for Daniel Carlson, which you could have argued maybe don't kick the field goal because it could be blocked, returned for a touchdown, but they
How often, what are the odds of that?
I don't want to take the risk. I mean, it did. The Raiders did have incentive to win because you'd rather play the Bengals than the Chiefs for
Yes.
sure. So I do think the Raiders had
And
incentive to win.
let me tell you something. I predict that game to be a shootout.
Raiders Bengals.
Yes.
I
see
was
that.
surprised. I think it opened at Bengals are 6.5-point favorites. That seems like a lot to me. I think
does.
the Raiders are gonna.
Well, especially
keep that
since
I think the
close.
Raiders are better
Especially
than people
since the
think.
Bengals haven't won a playoff game since before the first Gulf War.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
I love Joe Burrow. I don't think the Bengals are that good.
Why not? Their offense is really good.
But their
offensive line
defense
stinks. Their
stinks.
offensive line sucks.
They score a lot of points.
That's because Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, they're all amazing. I just think in the playoffs, I don't think you can just rely on like amazing weapons.
That's
and,
right.
And
When was the last time
airing
the
out
fucking
football.
Chiefs won a Super Bowl?
Yeah, but they have a good defense. They have. I mean, their offensive line cost them in the Super Bowl last year against the Bucs.
Yeah.
It collapsed. I think that would happen.
Well,
to the
they
Bengals.
had injuries on the offensive line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chargers fans should go into next year with a lot of optimism. Their coach won 9 games, so he's not going to get fired. He's safe.
Yeah, well,
Anyway, what's the next topic?
Next topic, we have NFL Black Monday.
Yeah.
I don't think any coaches today got fired with a winning record from this past season.
I mean,
the Dolphins haven't had back-to-back winning seasons since 2003. Going into this year, they've only had 4 winning seasons since 2003. So what do? We fired a coach who brought them back-to-back winning seasons, took them from 1-7 to 9-8, who is the only smart person in the room in an ocean full of idiots. Well, the ocean full of idiots won, and now he's fired. Now they're going to bring in another moron. I wouldn't be surprised to see them hire someone like Matt Nagy, because he would fit the Dolphins just pure. I love to be mediocre atmosphere. The owner only cares about hanging around with celebrities. Brian Flores is closest to the field. He's a football guy. He knows. He's smart. He sees Tua sucks. And, he wants to bring in a real quarterback. Well, the idiot owner and the idiot general manager, the same general manager who believes quantity over quality, will trade picks and players to get more draft picks. So he drafts in the 7th round, drafting players like Myles Gaskin and Liam Eckenberg, who can't block me. The Dolphins offensive line got pushed like a shopping cart all season. And then we fired Brian Flores, the only smart man. I tell you what, Brian Flores is going to go somewhere. He's going to succeed. And you know what? Maybe he'll win a Super Bowl. And if the Giants hire him, maybe I'll consider becoming a Giant fan, especially if the Dolphins hire someone idiotic like Matt Nagy, Mike Zimmerman, Coach Fazio, and friggin' I mean, it's going to be guaranteed the next coach of the Dolphins sucks, and they're going to go 4-13. They'll never beat the Patriots. Flores swept the Patriots. First time they swept the Patriots in 21 years. He's 4-2 against Bill Belichick, and now we fire him because they're too stupid. He got players running the walls for him. They're going to let Mike Gesicki go. They'll probably trade Xavier Howard. It's just ridiculous.
But where are you getting these facts from? Because you just see people on Twitter saying things and you believe it.
Oh, no.
You thought the Yak was canceled last Thursday because somebody just tweeted it at
Gut
you.
feeling. He said gut feeling.
It's a gut feeling?
Gut feeling.
All right.
You can't argue with the gut feeling.
No, Mike Gesicki's a free agent. They're going to let him go.
Well,
Why?
he's not really that
Because
good.
they're
not.
stupid. They are a stupid organization.
He's your favorite player in the NFL, isn't he?
I like him.
Yeah.
But if they could sign other players, and he's not a player that's like a priority signing. But they're going to let him go.
But you were just up in arms about him getting let go.
Well, I'm just saying because everyone I like in Miami goes, and then meanwhile we got now Myles Gaskin, franchise player with his 1 yard per carry runs.
So you wanted to keep Flores?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm.
You know he's a Mets fan too. No, even more
He
reason
probably
to like
deserved
him.
to be fired. No, I was shocked. I would kill for Brian Flores to be like the. Also, I feel a special connection to Brian Flores because I'm the quarterback of the Dolphins in Madden, and we just won a Super Bowl together in my 3rd season. So like I feel
you
like
guys have a good rapport.
Exactly, Tommy and Brian. We're like modern day Brady. And
Well,
Bill
maybe
Belichick.
the Giants have a vacancy, right?
No,
Obviously.
no, they do not have a vacancy. That I actually think the Giants not firing Joe Judge is crazier than the Dolphins.
I agree.
Joe
I agree.
Judge is the coach, whether he's good or whether he's bad, but you'll get a Pepsi instead.
Yeah, here's the.
Took the words out of my mouth.
It was brilliant. I actually don't blame Joe Judge. If I had the opportunity to be an NFL, it's not his fault. He's a dumb fucking idiot clown moron, who can't coach a football game. I wouldn't fire myself. I blame John Mara, that silver spoon, inheritance, trust fund, baby, fuck, piece of shit, old, out of touch twat. The fact that he has run this franchise into the ground.
Well, let's be happy for Dave Gettleman in his retirement. I look forward to him being put in the Giants Ring of Honor next season.
They fire Jerry Reese, who won 2 Super Bowls mid-season, and they throw Dave Gettleman a retirement party. I don't like cancel culture. I don't like canceling people. I'd love to cancel old John Mara. There has to be a way to cancel John Mara. He's this old white dude. He's probably said some bad shit in the past. Could we dig that up? Could we dig up something to make John Mara sell the team?
Brian Flores actually would be a great coach for the Giants.
Oh, he'd be perfect. He'd be perfect.
New Yorker.
New Yorker, he unlike Joe Judge, whose team quit on him and averaged 9 points down the stretch in 6 games, who ran a QB fucking sneak on 3rd and 9 as the crowd was empty.
I hate the idea of teams quitting on a coach. It's their job too.
I mean, you realize Dolphins are 1-7
that
this
is
year?
not
you can
a thing.
inspire.
Quit
Joe
on
Judge
Brian
can't
Flores.
inspire someone
These
to
are
fucking screw a
grown
light
men.
bulb.
They don't need inspired.
No,
they
do.
No, if they do poorly, they're out of a job.
Yeah, but it's different.
No.
No, it's different.
No.
Counterpoint, it's different.
Fair. Yeah.
I mean, just think, all the Giants get to enjoy some more Pepsi next year.
These 32-year-old men weren't inspired.
No, I mean, there's definitely guys who are like, I'm cashing a paycheck no matter. I mean, sure, if you're a fucking fringe starter and you got to compete for your job, but if you're Kenny Galladay, who just signed a $72 million deal and let a pass slip right through his arms.
Him
against
or
Washington
Tony
yesterday.
don't have touchdowns, and they have some.
Yeah.
There's Tony's great. He
You
just
know
can't stay
what's
healthy.
great? So they had like a thing before the season. How many touchdowns will Kenny Galladay score? Well, they had to come out and go 0, 0.
0 touch, and the Giants are kind of in cap hell as well.
Yep, Dave Gettleman is the worst GM in franchise history. He somehow took a bad situation and made it even worse. Like, he didn't inherit a great team, but you know what I want for the Giants? I want them to be mathematically alive in November. That's it. Baby steps. I want them to not start 1-6 one year. I take
Well, the
a
Dolphins
5
started 1-7 and were
clean
mathematically
myself
alive in
up.
January.
You can't
thanks
take
to
a
Brian
running
Flores.
back early in the draft.
No, I know. Well, Dave Gettleman, that's fucking Dave Gettleman. He's a moron. Saquon sucks.
Well,
and they have no offensive line. If you have an offensive line, you could do it like the Cowboys did with Zeke. Like, they built up the offensive line. They plugged him in.
Here's something that we were all forgetting about. The Indianapolis Colts.
Oh.
All they had to do was win a game. And they shit the bed harder than you could shit the bed ever I've never seen a team shit the bed in such inglorious fashion.
That's
as
just
the Indianapolis Colts did yesterday. I mean, Jonathan Taylor. People were talking about him for MVP. Well, yeah.
yeah, not so much.
They had a fourth and goal on the 1. He couldn't get 1 yard. Any MVP
And Carson
credence he had out the window.
and early in the game, they went away from it was just Carson Wentz, and Carson Wentz. They're his career Wentz.
Yeah. Yeah, that's classic Carson Wentz, though, really. I think he has the yips or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he stinks.
He stinks.
Yeah, I think is the more appropriate term.
Yeah.
But the playoffs are set. The Steelers are in.
And the
49ers get in.
Yeah.
Eagles were already clinched.
I think the Steelers are the NFL's cockroach. Literally, you could throw fire at them, an asteroid could crash into the earth, and the Pittsburgh Steelers will survive.
You should be a fan. It's official. All right.
I want to become a Lions fan. I feel like the Giants, they gave me 2 Super Bowls. Thank you for everything you've done. I want to go. Like, I
No,
feel
because
like.
after 2 Super Bowls, you owe them a life of allegiance.
Come on, Tommy.
No,
You do.
I don't.
Even your
You
father
do.
hasn't seen the Lions win a big playoff
Yeah,
game.
even your old ass dad.
Look,
Just think. My father was 4 years old. Well, actually, yeah, he was 4 years old when they won the 1957 NFL championship.
Oh, that's
They've
when my
only-
dad was born, actually.
They've only
Yeah.
they've actually only won one playoff game since 1957. One playoff game, and that was 30 years ago.
Yeah, well, my dad is
I mean, Thanksgiving exists.
older than 5.
Thanksgiving exists for food, football, and to remember the Detroit Lions still exist.
I just like the Lions are in a 1,000 times better spot than the Giants right now. The Lions have a good
No, they're
coach.
not.
Yeah, they are.
The Giants are in the worst position of any team in football. They're devoid of talent and competence from the coaching staff to the front office. And now he's probably going to hire his fucking cousin or his nephew, Kevin Abrams, Chris Mara, and John Mara. Cancel John Mara. Hashtag cancel John Mara.
The Lions have a luxury of a decades and decades worth of no expectations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like the 2 Super Bowls
You
from the
realize that
Giants.
2 great players actually retired because they got tired of losing to the Lions.
All-time great.
Yeah.
I mean, the Detroit Lions. You actually feel sad walking outside their stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad. But playoffs are set. Who Super Bowl pick? Early Super Bowl pick. Frank, I'll start with you.
I'm gonna go with a rematch of Super Bowl I, Packers Chiefs.
Okay, Nick.
I'm going to go the LA Rams
And
winning.
against.
They are going to beat the Cincinnati Bengals.
Wow.
I think the Packers are winning the Super Bowl. I think they're so clearly the best team in football, and it just feels like their year. They got all the Rodgers drama. And I think the Bills. I think people forgot that the Bills are still really good.
The Bills have had some shocking losses.
They have, but they're not going to be playing any of those teams in the playoffs.
Yes they are.
Who?
They're playing the Patriots.
No, I mean, but like none of those
Oh,
shockingly
honey.
bad losses, like the
no.
Jaguars. The Patriots wasn't a shockingly bad loss. I mean, I guess they didn't throw the football.
The Bills are toast. They see that flying Elvis, and they crumble. They're gonna lose this week.
I think, and honestly, I think the Titans are getting slept on. You have the
With
one
Derrick
seed,
Henry coming back,
Yeah.
the 1 seed.
2 home games. They
Yeah.
got to win 2 home games.
And like they've kind of just been quiet since Derrick Henry. They've kept winning, but like
Yeah.
nothing. They look like a team that could do it.
Dante Foreman MVP candidate.
I mean, but the Bills see the flying Elvis, and they just roll over.
I don't know. I think the Bills are still really good. I think people forgot how good the Bills are.
The Patriots are gonna beat them by 2 touchdowns this week.
Wow.
Mark my words.
All right, on to college football. Big Ev, you want to come over? We're not, or Mincy, you too? We're trying to bring in some college football
Yeah.
experts. Alabama, Georgia tonight.
Grab Keegs, I guess.
Yeah, Keegs.
Whoop.
Alabama, Georgia. Who's favorited tonight?
Oh, look at this.
Georgia
Check
by
out this
3.
new shirt that
Here.
Mincy's wearing too. He's got. I
on.
guess that's Brandon Walker with egg on his
Understand.
face.
Yeah,
And
great
next to
shirt.
Mike.
Is that on sale at the?
Oh yeah, yeah. We did it. Launched it. The Egg Bowl Thanksgiving night, so it was a perfect Black Friday launch. You know,
Okay.
Yeah, the Ole Miss fans love it.
So who do we like tonight? Alabama,
I like
Georgia.
Georgia. Ev and I are on opposite sides on this one. I think that Bama's a super obvious public underdog, and everybody saw the first game and Bama blow them out, and I think this one flips. I think Georgia's defense shows up. It's going to be a hell of a game. I also will admit for the good of college football and the sport, we need Georgia to win this. Everybody's sick of this Alabama thing, and maybe that's clouding my judgment a little bit. But we need this to end.
I think that's a big part of it. It's everyone wants Georgia to win. They want the fantasy of Bama doesn't win again, big bad Bama. I can't, like, Kirby Smart, Nick Saban, it's 4 in a row. He just doesn't win. Like, when you get extra preparation.
Kirby Smart talks to a blank telephone at night wearing high heels saying, I hate him, I hate him, I hate him, I hate him. I mean, literally, he sees Nick Saban over there, and his brain empties out. It goes blank. He doesn't know what to do.
You want to know what it is? It's kind of like the 2 coaches in Waterboy.
Yeah, that's what I'm referring to.
It literally like the Mud Dogs. Although the Mud Dogs did win.
Yeah, well, that happens in Hollywood.
They pulled it out, so I mean.
Yeah.
That happens in Hollywood. In reality, Nick Saban wins this game by 30.
Bama +3.
$50 parlay on the Barstool Sportsbook tonight. Awesome promotion. You do a 3 opt-in, three game parlay with the national title game. If you win it, you get $100 sportsbook cash bonus. So.
Extra.
Yeah, extra with the parlay. So cool. Check that out on that.
Yeah, my novice college football mind would just say Nick Saban, Alabama, too easy, but maybe it is that easy to go for.
It is that easy.
I think it might just be that easy.
It has been.
Yeah. And what's changed since they smacked Georgia?
I had Bama in the first one.
Yeah.
I had Bama in the first one. Everybody was kind of on Georgia writing off Bama in that one. I don't know. I think Georgia, they've had one of the best defenses in college football history with the exception of that game.
41-10. That's going to be the score. Alabama's going to be up. Alabama's going to be up.
Frank being this confident makes me hate that I've.
Alabama's going to be up 27-0 at the half. And the second half is going to be just garbage time.
Also love Athens, Georgia. I think it's one of the best college towns in the country. And Georgia hadn't won since 1980, so maybe my heart's pulling for them a little bit. I'll admit that.
All right, are you guys streaming tonight?
Yeah, we're streaming it.
8 o'clock Eastern.
House, yeah.
The Gambling House.
Yeah. Gamble it on, bet it on the Barstool Sportsbook. Thank you,
Georgia's
guys.
boosted if you wanted to +115 on the exclusives. Shout out
Sounds
Big
like a
Cat
pretty
Game of
good
the
deal.
Year.
Oh, it is big. Is it his first game of the year?
It also was his Game of the Year last time when they got curb stomped.
Just
for the record.
It's a different year. Thanks, boys.
Switch to a very sad note. Bob Saget died at 65, found in his hotel room Sunday. There's really not much take to have here other than really sad. Like, I don't, celebrity deaths, I'm not always up in arms,
Yeah.
But this one really does hit different. Like, it feels like we knew Bob Saget from Full House, Danny Tanner.
Well, that wasn't him at all.
Well, right, but to his comedy, you see what, a raunchy guy he is. His Entourage appearance was, very slept on, being great. America's Funniest Home Videos. He came to the Barstool office.
Yeah.
What's
really
funny is
multiple times.
people who saw him, the squeaky clean Danny Tanner,
Right.
never
Couldn't
realized.
have been further from
Really
the truth.
shocked when
Never
I remember
realized
seeing
his comedy is
his
like.
Twitter account 10 years ago for the first time, being like, oh my God, this is Danny Tanner. This is Bob Saget, but just
He taught me the C
one of a
word.
kind guy. Really?
Yeah,
In what
not
context?
personally. His comedy.
Oh.
Just
And
I
you
heard it
thought-
and I asked.
Did you know what it meant?
No, I asked my mom.
Oh, nice. I used to do that too as a kid. I'd ask my dad, is this a curse word? Is
Yeah.
this a curse word? And occasionally you'd hit on one.
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
Every once in a while.
And you know it's a curse word because he gets smacked upside the head.
Yeah. No, it was just curiosity. But yeah, I think the circumstances of his death are unclear. He was just doing comedy
Why don't
that
you
night.
speculate?
I'm not going to speculate, but they said no foul play, no drugs. So
Some people just, they have a heart that, you never know. It just.
Yeah.
Don Drysdale, who was a great Dodger, the same thing happened to him, and he had an undiagnosed heart condition.
Yeah, scary. It's scary.
Yeah.
Dave put out a nice note saying that Bob Saget sent him a thank you note after the Pete's review. He's like, nobody does that. Writes a handwritten thank you note. Pete Davidson released something from a PR guy.
Yeah,
John
Pete Davidson has no social media.
Yeah, no. How cool is that?
God damn.
That's how he's getting all these girls.
Yeah.
Just no social media. Just being like, I'm living. It's awesome.
You should delete yours.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Sorry, Barstool. I'm trying to date Kim Kardashian. But yeah, rest in peace to Bob Saget. Moving on to the post show. Frank, you stole the weekend.
Frank again from center ice. Trying to work it down the ice. And Frank, this one looks good. Going towards the net. Did he do it again? He did! Frank from center tank chant erupts here at Cool Insuring Arena.
What is this? How did this
Well,
happen?
what happened was the Devils minor league affiliates wanted me to come down and watch the Devils affiliates, the Adirondack Thunder of the ECHL, and they invited me and Coach Doug's on the ice to hit shots from the blue line and from center ice. So I made my first shot from the blue line. It went to 3 holes, 3 little bigger holes than that. And then they bring you to center ice, and if you hit the shot from the blue line, you get $100. And then they bring you to the red line, and they have like a real tiny hole, which is only about a little bit bigger than the size of the puck.
Yeah.
And I missed the first, but then I hit the second, and it went right in, hit off just like grazed the side and went in.
The Jordan shrug was
The celebration.
Yeah, and it was just like. Now I was scared for a second. This guy.
Yeah, he came in a little hot.
This guy jumped on my back, and I'm not used to standing on ice, so
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna go down when he jumped on my
a little
back.
hot. That would have been bad. That would have been a sour note.
But yeah, I hit the shot.
Did you choose the jersey? Did they ask what number you wanted?
No, they didn't ask me what number.
Okay, yeah, they just threw that one to you.
Just threw 69. And then the Frank the Tank chant. I mean, we'll remember this as an all-time great sport.
All time.
I mean, it might be my greatest athletic achievement.
Well,
Yeah,
when
I
I
think it would
watched
be
it for
most
the
people's
first
greatest athletic
when I
achievement.
watched it for the first time, I was like, "Holy shit!" And then the announcer said he's done it again.
And what,
Yeah,
what,
yeah, I was like, wait,
what?
what?
what it was
Yeah.
now I had done this once before at like a Devil at like it wasn't even, it was just like a practice shot at a Devil game.
Yeah.
And I saw how the stick hit, and what I wanted to do is, and I didn't necessarily aim for the hole. What I did was I aimed for the wood. I wanted to hit the wood because if you hit the wood and it doesn't go in, you look good. So I aimed for the board, and I just didn't hit it too hard. I hit it just right, and
There it was.
well, you know, it went in.
Yeah,
So if other
incredible.
teams ask you to start doing this, are you going to say no?
Oh, sure, I'll do it again.
Oh, I think you go out on top.
You know,
I think you go out on
well,
top.
if you just
Leave
hit
the
Unless he
people
keeps
wanting more-
making
yeah,
them.
I guess that too.
I mean, if you just hit the wood, I mean, come on.
What did you win?
I won $100 for the blue line shot, $500 for the red line shot.
God,
from the
what a
center
night.
ice.
Hell yeah, Frank.
Just cash or like a gift certificate?
Cash.
Wow. God, what a night for Frank
So
the
yeah,
Tank.
me and Doug's went up to the minor leagues, did a little touring. I did some raw dogging on the road, and you'll be seeing that.
Oh, yeah.
You'll be seeing the footage of that. We brought Playboy Marty with us, and he filmed it and documented us. So those that should be coming out eventually, and you'll get to see the whole behind the scenes of the entertainment of going to Adirondack and Utica.
Oh yeah.
Everybody check that out.
Be on the lookout. And then we got Chief and Ozzy Guillen. One of the best pictures I've ever seen. Chief
Yeah.
posted
Go to
Friday
the
night from the new
chapel and
Barstool Bar in Chicago.
go
Everybody go check that out if you're in the
get
area. Ozzy Guillen's there for the soft opening. I mean, this just looks like an engagement picture.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't surprising for Chief, but you know, it's an embrace.
It's
a warm embrace.
It's one thing. Chief must have been so drunk to just tweet that out and not realize, like he didn't
Oh
even.
yeah, one of his eyes tumbling down his face like an atlas stone.
But Ozzy Guillen, like I would think if Ozzy Guillen, my impression of him is if Chief did that to him or anyone, he'd like punch him in the face. He'd be like, get off.
Yeah.
Ozzy Guillen is embracing.
Yeah, he is.
The photoshops are awesome. Eiffel Tower. It looks like an Instagram post where it's like, said yes to my best friend forever. Can't wait to spend a life
Yeah.
with you. Like,
Well, the person that photoshopped the wedding ring on Chief, they were smart enough to mirror the image so it was on his left hand as well.
Yeah.
So credit to that.
I know.
that guy.
Is that you?
No.
Oh, okay. The way
No.
you said that. I did notice it. I was like, oh, why is this flipped? And then it was like, oh,
Yeah.
flipped. So that's just a next level thing. But no, it was awesome. It's just an amazing picture. Chief and Ozzy, spring 2022. Yeah, I mean you can't get better promotion for the Barstool Bar than that. Is Marty over there?
Yeah.
Marty. Come here. Marty got stood up by the Island Boys today on Barstool Live.
Yeah.
You get stood up by the Island Boys?
Island boys, we're not too smart.
The mic? Who has the mic? Stick mic?
We're island boys.
The mic?
Does anyone have a stick
Is it
mic?
on the? Where, did
Who was over
did
here?
Big Ev just take it?
Where was Big Evan Mincy?
Big Ev just took it.
Is it there on the desk? There
Oh,
on the
there it
desk.
is on the desk.
There on the desk. Right on Frankie's One Bite sweater. So yeah, much the line. You got a lot of new guests.
Yep, new guests.
0 for 1.
No, well, Bryce Hall came on.
You're
so,
the mozzarella
you
guy
know,
too.
Yeah, we got this week. We got New Year.
New Year.
We got the Cousins tomorrow.
That's big.
Little Mo mozzarella.
He was on last week, right?
Sammy Adams Thursdays performing. Then we got Arnold Schwarzenegger's son, Braxton Berrios. Got some guys.
Yeah, you have you guys with
But
nothing
what
in common
happened
with each
with
other.
the Island Boys?
The Allen boys just didn't show up. You know,
guess that's-
Bryce Hall was going to come in and crash it and to fight them, and they just, they didn't show up.
Island boys, we have no brains.
Were you shocked? Were you surprised at all?
No, I wasn't at all.
Yeah.
But it's upsetting. You would think they're stand-up guys.
Yeah, you would think they're. You think they're early.
Yeah, I thought they were
You
gonna
think
be
Island Boys? You
two.
think punctuality.
Yeah, I know. So it's tough. What are you gonna do?
The Allen
Tune in
boys actually
tomorrow
think it was a
for-
good idea to
I mean,
fire
the Cous-
Brian
you
Flores.
can't- The Cousins is 1,000 times better
Mr.
than the
Portnoy
Island
called
Boys
me
anyway.
yesterday for about 30 minutes, asking maybe we should start getting ready at 7 a.m. so he's ready to go at 11.
Yeah,
He was
they
being-
are the
Yeah.
polar
That made
opposite in
sense.
that there is no chance they miss tomorrow.
He's already he's asked for calendar invites, making sure he asked me what type of show it is, so he can
The
prepare.
pre-emails for Mr. Portnoy. I remember one day I hosted the Cousins a few years ago, and I just get an email from him on the subject line. Want to discuss if you know how to mail a letter.
On the Cousins, he found out what a bird penis looks like, and he lost his mind. You ever see what one looks like?
Oh, what bird?
It depends.
It's
on the bird.
like any bird.
Any bird?
It's the one of
Are
the.
they corkscrewed?
Yeah.
That was a
and
lucky
they-
guess.
That was. Why do you know that?
That was a guess. It was a
They got
guess.
hammers. Yeah, they got hammers. Yeah. But yeah, shout out to Allen boys.
Tune in to Much the Line rest of this week. That's it. Tune in to the Barstool stream tonight for the College National Championship. Barstool Sportsbook. Check out all the promos and boosts for the game
Oh,
tonight.
the promos, man.
And the boosts.
Yeah, and
See
the
you guys
boosts.
tomorrow.